Hello, everybody. We are checking out Phasmophobia on console. I'm on an Xbox Series S, and I'm loading into the game now. I already played a little bit of it just to get the hang of it. I have seen other people play this, and I've played a Roblox version, Blair, which I'm not ashamed to say that's a very good game. So yeah, I'm just gonna go over some of the basic stuff. So when you first load in, you spawn in this room, and you're immediately greeted with this board. When you first log into the game for the very first time, this board will have an end user license agreement. You just have to click on that, scroll down, hit accept. So basically, to click things or interact with things, you hit right trigger. And you can see I'm on this board now, and I can move my cursor around. To get out of it, you hit B. And to go between screens, instead of having to click on all of them, once you're in a screen, you can go right and left on the D-pad to go between the screens. This screen on your right is where you get all your equipment. So you can see there's the dots projector, flashlight, spirit boxes, all kinds of stuff in here. And then you have all this fun stuff down here that you can eventually unlock once you level up and get money. So you can see I only got $25, and I did one hunt, and I got so scared, it was terrifying. You can also sell things, which is cool. So if you buy like a bunch of things you don't need, if you buy like 20 motion sensors for some reason, you can sell them down there. And then, so that's the shop. And then equipment manager, this is where you add and remove stuff from the van, the truck, before you go hunting. So you can see all this stuff in here that you can add or subtract right here. Yeah. And then it's pretty self-explanatory, and it does go through a little bit of a tutorial when you first go on this menu. It goes through this, and it explains everything. No keyboard and mouse support, which is kind of unfortunate, but again, this is still in the game preview version, so maybe when they update it, they'll add keyboard and mouse. Quick loadouts, you can make loadouts. So if you're going to a house where you need certain stuff, you can add that to a loadout. So that's pretty cool. And that's basically everything on here. To get out of here, you just hit B. To crouch, you hit in on the right stick. To sprint, you hold in on the left stick, and you can change that in settings, which I'll show you, to where you can just click it once and you'll sprint until your character runs out of breath. Once you have items, well, I'll go over the items once I get to a house. I'll show you that. But yeah, this is a very cool like lobby. I think you can see all the stuff on the walls. You can go up these stairs, and there's like basketball and cornhole and stuff, bowling. This is a very cool lobby. You can go in the truck there. It doesn't do anything when you're in the lobby, though. Going in the truck serves no purpose. Over here, you can see the events that are going on. You hit right trigger to get into that, and then you can click on certain events, and then hit A again to get out of those, and then B to get out of the board completely. So yeah, let's go over some of the settings in the menu. So to pause, you hit the pause button, the 3 lines on Xbox, that little button, and you'll go to the pause menu. Hit that again to go back. And then if you hit the 2 squares on the Xbox remote, you'll go into your journal. So in your journal, you see you have home, items, overview, photos, evidence, and ghosts. You can get to those with the right and left bumper. Home, it just kind of gives you an overview and like what pages to go to and stuff. Items, I mean, it tells you everything about everything. So you use the right and left on the D-pad to go through pages. Overview, this is when you're in a job. It will show you the overview of the job. Photos, this is where it'll show your photos. You can go between pages. Evidence, this is where you mark your evidence. Once you click it once to mark down that you saw or witnessed that. You click it again to eliminate that. And then obviously down here you just circle which ghost you think it is. And then, whoops, go back. And then, what am I doing? And then ghosts, it shows you what different ghosts are and like what evidence they may show, their strengths and weaknesses. So that's pretty cool. So to get out of that, hit the 2 squares again. And now let's go through some of the settings here. So in game, you can change your text, your voice, turn crossplay on or off. And here you can adjust your aiming sensitivity, which is like that. It was up pretty high. It was on, where'd that go? It was on 1. So it was like, I'm not gonna be able to get it right. Oh, there we go. So, I mean, it was a little fast for me, just like trying to get little stuff picked up. It was a little fast. Totally up to you though. I found that 0.7 seems to work the best. But again, up to you. Maybe if they add keyboard and mouse, that will help with that. Because when you're trying to hide from a ghost and you're trying to turn around really quick and you're like, so anyway, hopefully they add keyboard and mouse. That'd be nice. You can invert your X and Y axis if you want to do that. Field of view, it was very low. It was like on 60 or something, 65 maybe. I don't even remember. I put it up to 85. It's been fine. You might even be able to lower it a little bit. I just like a wide field of view. Head bob, you can turn on or off. Doesn't bother me, so I keep it on. Excuse me. Sprint mode, this is where you can change when you press in on the right stick to sprint. You either have to hold it, which is default, and until you run out of breath, and you'll walk, or you can just toggle, so you just have to press in once and you'll sprint until you run out of breath. Here you can change your degrees for the thermometer. You can change it between Celsius and Fahrenheit, whatever you want. Default cursor, you can change through any of these, whatever you like. That's the default. Default cursor, opacity is at 100, cursor size is at 100 by default. Highlight cursor is at this hand by default. All these settings I just left alone. You can change player colors, so when other players join you, you can set like their colors, which I'll show you once we select a job. And then you can reset your save file, and then whatever that does, I would just keep it off. And then video, you can change your brightness. 80 is default. 80's been fine. Maybe 85 wouldn't be so bad, but it's not bad. On Xbox Series X, you can change between performance graphics and whatever the other option is. But there's 2 options you can change on Xbox Series X, and it's right under this option. Film grain's on, and chromatic aberration is on. I know what film grain is. That's like the graininess, which is fine. Doesn't bother me. Whatever this is, don't know. But it's been on. It's been fine. So it's not bothering me. Audio. This is all just the same. Push to talk. I don't know what the push to talk is yet. I guess we're going to find out. I didn't go through. I only went through the game options. So this is my first time seeing video and audio. So let's go to controls. So here we go. You can change everything here. I mean, yeah. So there it is. Local push to talk is left bumper. So to talk like in proximity to other people. And then global is right bumper. So that's pretty good. I guess push to talk is fine. Obviously, you can probably just do open mic too, voice activation, or toggle. Toggle might not be bad because then you can just press the bumper and it'll stay on until you press it again. Although I think voice activation would be the way to go here, because then it would just turn on when you're talking and then you can switch between local and global. I'm going to try that for a while, and we'll see how it goes. But that's really everything in options. Pretty self-explanatory. Basic options. You can see your recent players that you played with, block players. You can see all your stats here. And yeah, so let's hit the 2 squares to get out of that. And I'm going to go to the Tangled Wood Drive, and I'll show you a little bit of how to navigate. So you're going to hit right trigger to go into the board. You can select single player, multiplayer, depending on what you're doing. Obviously options and credits. And then there's training too, which I highly recommend you do. The training is, it goes through everything in the game. So how to move, how to pick up things. It goes through every device that's in the game, like the thermometer, spirit box, the UV light. It goes through all that stuff. So I highly recommend doing the training, even if you know a lot about the game, which I did know a lot about the game. I've been watching people play this forever. The training was still super helpful, so I do recommend you do that. Daily tasks, you can see here, they reset every day. And then weekly, they reset every week. So I'm going to do single player, and it will bring you to this board. If you want to change your character, you click right here. Just click A on these little people. And then you can change your tag once you get more like badges and stuff. You can change your ID card. So once you hit single player, I don't know how it is for multiplayer yet. I haven't tried that. I'm waiting for tonight for people to get home. But on single player, once you get to this screen, it'll say choose a contract. On the right, it shows you what's in the truck. So I have 1 dots projector, 1 EMF, 1 flashlight, blah, blah, blah. And this one black shape of some sort, this black dot is lit up once, and you can see these are grayed out. So if 2 of these were black, I'd have 2 video cameras. If 3 were black, I'd have 3 video cameras. Right now I only have 1 of everything, so that's pretty easy to read. You can scroll up and down with the right stick. So to choose a job, hit left on the D-pad, and you'll go over to this board. Now, there's a ton of jobs here, and they unlock as you level up, as you can see. So once you get to level 17, you unlock all of them. He's 17. So after level 17, you unlock all the maps. I don't know quite yet what the red is and the skull icon is. If someone does know, you can tell me. But I don't know yet. You can also pick random in the middle to pick a random job. So here's what I was talking about the player colors. You can see player 1, which is me, the host, is red. And then this turquoise, green, and pink. So when I go ahead and select Tanglewood Drive, it puts my little red marker on there, and it goes away from the bottom right. So you can see what other people are picking. Like if green picks this map, you'll see their green marker up here. So you can vote on a contract. In the top right, it shows you how many rooms and steps, floors. Hit right on the D-pad to go back. You'll see you're on 6 Tanglewood Drive is your current contract. Here's your difficulty. Amateur is what you're going to want to start at. So you can see all that it does, long setup time, long hunt grace period. It was still hard, I will say. I did 1 map. I did Tanglewood. It was still hard. So rewards, you get the normal amount of money. And then you can see there's at level 10, you get intermediate, and you get 2 times the rewards. Professional at level 20, 3 times. Level 30, nightmare 4 times. Insanity at level 40, you get 6 times. And then there's challenge mode. So I assume this is going to be like a weekly challenge. I don't really know a lot about this yet, so I can't say too much about it, but I'm sure you just select this and you have to do the challenge it says every week. And then there's custom. You can like change your player speed, turn flashlights on and off, lost items on or off, sanity depletion on or off. You can pick the ghost, you can pick the contrast. It's very cool, actually. Unfortunately, you don't unlock that until level 50, which is kind of sad, but that's okay. Just got to grind out the game. And 3 custom maps you can make. So we're going to go and pick amateur, hit apply. It was already on that, but that's okay. And then if you're playing with multiplayer, you'll see everyone's names or ID tags popping up here. When you hit ready up, it puts a little green check mark by you. And then once everybody's readied up, you can hit start. And then it will load you into the map. He'll give you a little introduction, and now you're in the truck. And nothing starts until you actually go into the house. So you can kind of just hang out here for a while. And I'll go over everything in here. So I guess I'll just start over here. So this is where your items go. I don't have any extra items, so there's nothing on this wall. But over here, these are all the basic items that you'll need. And you can complete all the jobs with just these items. So we have the spirit box here. We're going to do X to pick it up and A to turn it on. So if you do the tutorial, this will help a lot. It shows you everything about everything, the controls and everything. I am still learning it, so give me a chance. But it's X to pick things up and A to turn them on. And the EMF reader, basically you just go around in rooms, and wherever that little needle spikes is maybe where the ghost is. If the needle goes all the way to high, all the way to 5, that's probably where the ghost is. To put things down or drop, you hit B. You can also hit Y, I believe, to place the camera, which we'll try in a second. The ghost box here, X to pick up, and then A to turn on. This will pop up on console, which I assume... Is it picking up my mic? Are you friendly? Where are you? Okay, I thought that little blue dot was my mic. Maybe it is. I still don't know. Are you friendly? Okay, the voice chat is still going to take a while to figure out because there's no, like, indication. Let me turn this off real quick. Oh, what? There's no, like, indication on the left side or the bottom side of the screen, like, what mic is on, if you're on local or global, or if it's even on at all. So that's just going to take some figuring out. And then... let's see, what else? So, yeah, you turn this on with A, and these questions will come up. They'll probably add more in the future, and I'm sure they'll add mic support with it. This is just the game preview, so this is all we have for right now. So you can see on the right, the power button on the spirit box is lit up red, and then to the right of that, there's a blue dot by the microphone, and then to the right of that, there's a button that's not lit up. So when you ask a question, I'm going to hit Y to ask, are you friendly? And watch that to the right of the blue dot. You'll see that red dot comes up, which means your question was received, but the ghost had no answer. The spirit had no answer. So you can keep asking questions. If that keeps lighting up red, that means there's nothing. And don't worry, you'll definitely know when a ghost is talking through it. So to get out of this, hit B, and then turn it off with A, and then you can drop it with B. Over here is the notebook. Pick this up with X. And to place, you don't do that. Ooh, man, what button is it to place? I thought it was, oh, you know what? Hold on, crouch and get this guy. Maybe you have to, oh, you probably have to be in the house. Let me show you that real quick. Well, I'll wait. Let me just put this guy over here. This is the dots projector. Pick this up with X and A to turn on. This will show you if there's a spirit in the room. You'll see their physical, like, outline. You'll definitely know when you see it too. You can also drop this to put on the ground to keep it on the ground. And then you can leave the room and check on the cameras. So that's pretty cool. I do like how they added this, and I do like how it is a actual evidence thing that you can find, which is pretty cool. So let's turn this off with A and drop it with B. Stand up. And here we have the video camera. Pick this up with X. And then to turn it on, hit A. No, don't do that. You might have to be in the house. So let's keep this over here too. This is the thermometer. Pick this up with X, and it's already going. So you can see the Fahrenheit is on the right and Celsius on the left. If it goes under 0 or under 32, then it's freezing. Pretty self-explanatory. This is the UV light. To pick this up, yeah, you can also interact with objects if they're like down on the ground. You can turn them on or off with right trigger. Right trigger is going to be how you interact with things, like light switches and doors and stuff. So this, X to pick up, A to turn on, and this is the UV light to look for ghost handprints or fingerprints on doors or walls. And this is your normal flashlight. So to pick this up, X, and then A to turn on. You can also, Y is the button to cycle through things. So if I hit Y, it puts that away. Now I have a free hand. And if you hit down on the D-pad, you can turn the flashlight on and off. So if I'm holding I'm going to take these two in. So if I'm holding the notebook, I hit Y to swap to my free hand, and I pick up the camera. Now I got the flashlight, notebook, camera. So if I'm on the notebook, then I can hit down on the D-pad to turn the flashlight on and off. So that's pretty cool. Let me drop this for just 1 second. So over here are your cameras. This timer is how long you have until the ghost can hunt you. So this timer starts once you enter the front door. After that 5 minutes is up, then the ghost can haunt you. This is on amateur. I know on other modes, this timer is just at 0, and some other modes it's at like 1 minute. So to go on your cameras right now, you can see there's only one camera, which is just the front door. But to swap between cameras, like if I put that one inside, then you hit the mouse, right trigger on the mouse, and you can kind of hear it click to swap between cameras, and you hit the keyboard or the space bar. It says to turn on and off night vision. You do that with right trigger. When you walk away, it'll turn off like that. When you come back, it'll turn on. So over on the right here, you can see your daily and weekly tasks that you saw in the lobby. And then over here, you can see the overview of the ghost. So this is case number 3. Gloria Todd is the ghost name. It responds to everybody. And then the 3 things that it wants you to do on the bottom is to get an average sanity below 25, find evidence on EMF, and have a member escape a ghost hunt. So that's pretty self-explanatory too. This on this wall, this first board in the top left, is the layout. So this is the first floor. You can see it shows where the breaker box is, and it shows you where doors are that are closed. Like these red ones are closed, you can't get out. And the green one here, the front door, you can get in. Stairs going up here or down. Or up, down, going down. So if you hit right trigger on the up and down arrows, you can see the basement and the first level, or whatever house. It has 3 levels, 4 levels, whatever. This board on the right are your sound sensors. Don't really know how to use these yet. I know you can put like microphones throughout the house, and I guess you can pick up like if a ghost is saying something on one of the microphones, you can pick it up here. So again, just experiment with that. And then bottom left here is your team sanity. So it shows your average sanity of all your team members, and then it shows each individual team member. So if there were 4 of us in here, then it would show my name and my 3 friends' names and what their sanity is, and then it'll show the average of all of us. And then on the right here, this is the activity in the house. If a ghost is hunting, this meter will be all the way at the top and freaking out. You can see strength over here, and then time in the bottom, how long it lasted. So if like a ghost closes a door, then it'll like peek up a little bit. But if it's like hunting, it'll be like crazy. So that's pretty cool. So let's pick up the flashlight by using X and in on the right stick to crouch and uncrouch. And I'm going to hit Y to swap to my notebook. And I'm going to hit right trigger to pick up the keys. No, I'm not. I'm going to hit X to pick up the keys. And then X is to pick things up. Got to remember that. X to pick up the keys, and then right trigger to interact and open the doors. And the lightning and thunder strikes right when I open the door. So when you're approaching the property, there's always going to be like a front door. To unlock it, hit right trigger, and now the door is unlocked. To open and close doors, it's kind of weird. You don't just hit right trigger. You hold right trigger to interact, and then you kind of like walk forward and backwards with the door to kind of open and close it. So, like that. You can also just go like that. So once you get into the house, let me turn some lights on. Right trigger to turn lights on. So I have 5 minutes before the ghost even tries to do anything. So I do have some time to show you stuff. Just get all these lights on. And I don't know why I'm forgetting the button to place things. Because I could have sworn it was... Well, let me do this. Options, go to controls. Place is left trigger. Okay. I guess I wasn't hitting right trigger. No, I definitely am. So that's not working. Maybe I have to place it. Okay, so you have to place it. You can't place it on the floor. See, we're learning together. So hold left trigger. It kind of shows you an outline of like where the ghost can reach it and stuff. So if the ghost is in the kitchen, don't like put it all the way over here because you can see it won't reach the kitchen. So to do, I'm still holding left trigger, by the way. And then to place it, just let go of left trigger and it places it. I'm going to hit Y to get to my camera. So when you're in the house, the camera is just on like this when you switch to it. And the ghost is writing. So I think we accidentally found where the ghost is. Interesting. That's crazy. Okay. So, what was I saying? So I just completely lost my train of thought because we found where the ghost is. That's insane. So, when the camera's open like this, you can hit A to turn on and off night vision to look for ghost orbs. Hit down on the D-pad to turn your flashlight off so it's a little bit easier to see. Boy, if we figured out this ghost right away. I'm not seeing ghost orbs. So you would see it if there were ghost orbs in the camera. I do see my breath. I'm kind of freezing though because you can see my breath in front of me. The ghost is not hunting. Ah! Okay, the ghost was not hunting. That was not a hunt. That was the ghost just freaking me out. So anyway, I'm not seeing orbs though. So I'm gonna hit Y, go back to my flashlight, and let's go back to the van and get some other items. That was kind of terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. And my throat hurts, so that screaming did not help. I'm gonna drop the camera, and I'm going to grab the thermometer, and I'll grab the UV light for now. I'm hitting X to pick those things up, by the way. So, oh wait, let me go outside. When you're outside, you can't be hunted, obviously. And then I'm gonna hit the 2 squares to go into my journal, and I'm gonna mark off ghostwriting because we unironically got that. So let's go back to the kitchen because I did see my breath. I don't know if I was freezing though. Down on the D-pad for your flashlight, and you can see the temperature dropping. So let's give that a second and go to the UV light and see if we can pick anything up. Ghost was kind of walking over here. Okay, so we have handprints. So that's what the fingerprints look like, handprints look like. If you keep the UV light on them for a while, then they become charged, and when you look away, they kind of stay on, so you can take a picture of them to get extra money. Oh my goodness, that shadow scared me. Let's go back to our thermometer and hit the 2 squares to open our journal, and cross off ultraviolet. And I don't think we're getting to freezing. No freezing. So let's go back to the truck. This is a pretty good test run. And let's drop this by hitting B. And no activity on the board. My Sandy's still good. Yeah, no activity. Interesting. So we still have 0 minutes until the ghost can hunt. So let's go and take our EMF and drop the UV and take the spirit box, pick that up with X, stand up in on the right stick, and let's get back in the house, back in the kitchen, and see if we can pick anything up on the spirit box or the... I also don't know if it's listening to my mic right now. So, anyway. Let's turn it on with A and ask a couple questions. That red light indicates no response. Hit B to get out of that. A again. And we're not getting anything, so let's hit B, A to turn it off, and let's try our EMF reader. Hit A to turn it on. Okay, so I heard something. My flashlight wasn't even on. Okay, EMF is picking up over here. Okay, now it's hunting. So when the lights start flashing, it's hunting. So you have to get into a room and find a closet or something and hide. Turn off your light, turn off your devices, crouch, and just wait. Okay. When the lights aren't flashing anymore, you're good to come out. So let's turn this on again with A. And I'm going the wrong way. Why don't you turn the lights off? Okay. So I'm not quite sure what the third evidence is. Try the spirit box again, maybe over here. Okay, nothing on the spirit box. So let's go back to the truck and figure this out. Why was that locked for a minute? That kind of scared me. I wasn't even really planning on doing a hunt. I just kind of wanted to show you the controls, but we're doing so good. So I'm gonna go back in and I could try the dots. So let's drop this. Let's try dots, and I want to try the X to pick it up. And I want to try the camera again. In on the right stick to stand up. Flashlight's on, dots is on. And let's go see if this spirit shows up on the dots. Left trigger to put the dots thing down. You can see if you rotate the right stick, you can turn which way it's facing. I'm going to face it that way. Actually, wow, great placement. That's fine. And then let's try the video camera again and look for orbs. Really not too sure third piece of evidence is. I don't think it's freezing. Left trigger, hold left trigger to put the camera down. You can face which way it goes. I'll put it right like there. And you can see the blinking green light on it. She just threw a cup. The blinking green light means that it is running. Oh man, they need keyboard and mouse support. Really not seeing anything. And I don't remember opening this door, but maybe I did. I'll try again for freezing. That lightning and thunder is awesome. The game looks really good. It's playing really good. No stuttering or anything. FPS is awesome. It looks really good. So let's try the thermometer again. It could be EMF. Let's see if we open our journal. We see we have poltergeist, demon, or myling. So let's go over to ghosts and look at poltergeist. Hit right on the D-pad to go over to poltergeist. You can see the evidence that ghostwriting, ultraviolet, spirit box. So it could be poltergeist. It's looking very good. Maybe I was just doing the spirit box in the wrong spot. Let's look at, what was the other one? Demon. I don't think it's a demon because demons tend to hunt very quickly. Although it could be. Just need freezing temps. So we either need spirit freezing, spirit box freezing, and then myling. What's that? EMF. Okay, so yeah. I'm going to try temperature again, and I'll take EMF with me, I think. But I'll go check the temperature again. It very well could be that. Some of these lights on. Oh, shoot. Let's try the EMF. A to turn it on. Actually, if it starts hunting, I'm probably going to run into here. I'm just going to keep that open. Man, I don't know. Oh, it might go below freezing. Hold on, let's see. Is that a shadow of it behind me? Okay, it's freezing. So let's get the heck out of this house before it starts hunting. So it was freezing. I just had to wait longer. So let's go back in the truck. Drop all my stuff. Open my journal. The 2 squares. Go to evidence. Pick freezing. And pick demon, which I did not think it was. But there we go. You can also double click to cross out ghosts if you know it's not one of those. So if we really want to make this perfect, I could have crossed out all of these, and then we had the choice of these 3. I knew it wasn't a poltergeist, knew it wasn't that, blah blah blah. So if you want to make it perfect, it could look like that, and then circle demon. Once your journal is good, then I found evidence with the EMF reader because it spiked a little bit. Our sanity did not go below 25%. My sanity's doing really good. And I didn't escape a ghost hunt, technically, because the ghost wasn't really chasing me. So you can go back in and do these challenges if you want, or you can just leave and keep grinding money and stuff. So to leave, in your journal, hit the 2 squares. Make sure your ghost is picked before you leave, and make sure everyone has their ghost picked before you leave. 2 squares to get out of here, and then right trigger on this keypad to close the doors and drive away. You can see the activity peaking there a little bit. It'll take you back to the lobby. And I just got a diamond achievement for discovering a demon. Okay, so I unlocked some stuff because I leveled up. I got to level 3, I believe, so I unlocked Ridgeview Court and Edgefield Road, two houses, and then I unlocked the option to randomly pick a contract from the map. So that's pretty good. You can see the breakdown here, contract payment, which is what we're on. Got the ghost type. I did not get those 2 challenges like I said. I did get that. Investigation bonus, rewards. If you're doing a harder contract, that's where the 2 times money would come in and stuff like that. Bone evidence, if you find, I think there's like little things you can find, like bones and stuff you can find. And then if you take photos. And then I got daily challenge done, so I got some more money. So I got $350, 350 XP, which brought me to level 3. Level 4 is after I get 337 XP. Click on game summary here. You can see ghost interactions, events, hunts, time in the ghost room, which was the kitchen, time in the light, time in the dark, and total time investigating, 13 minutes and 56 seconds. Detailed statistics, distance traveled. I mean, it shows you everything in here. It tells you where the ghost moved. We heard the ghost move some things and throw some things, doors open and close. So all these things, the ghost used abilities. It was in a hunt for 15 seconds, in the room for 10 seconds, out of the room for 3 seconds, and the bone location was in the garage, as you can see at the bottom. And then go back to contract payment, and it always shows you the correct ghost type at the bottom here. So let's hit next, and it brings you back to the screen. So if I choose a contract now by hitting left on the D-pad, you can see I unlocked Edgefield Road and Ridgeview Court, which they both have 3 floors. So this only had 2, so there's an upstairs, basement, and a main floor. And let's pick this and figure out what this little red dot is. I'm not going to do it, but I just kind of want to... Maybe... I don't know. I do not know what that little red dot is. So if someone knows, that would be nice to let me know what that means. I don't know. Maybe it's harder or something? I don't know. Who knows? Let's hit B to get out of that. And if you're anywhere in the room, like even if you're all the way up here, you can hit A and it will bring you right to the board if you want to start. So that's pretty much the basics. I'm going to hit right trigger again on this and hit leave. You can see I got to level 3 from that. I was at 1. I'm going to hit leave and it'll bring you back to just the like this menu.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
So yeah, that was pretty good. That was a very good hunt actually. And that's pretty much the basic controls and stuff. I mean, I'm no pro at the game, but I do know about the game and stuff like that, so it makes it a little bit easier. Doing the tutorial really helps. I highly recommend you do this training if even if you know a lot about the game. And I was going into it and I was like, oh, I know how to play and stuff, and then I was like, maybe I should just do the training. And I did it, and I'm very happy I did. It was very in-depth, and it showed me how to play the game. So I highly recommend you do that. Even if you do think you know what you're doing, I would do the training. See, look at that. We got a daily task done. So, yeah, but overall, this game runs really good on Xbox. I've had no problems with it. I know people were saying it was crashing if they were doing the free trial version of it, but this is the paid version. I just bought it. Very good. It runs really, really smoothly. I haven't tried out the voice chat yet. Maybe once I do that, I'll leave a pinned comment on like an update on how that went. But overall, I mean, very, very good. No problems at all. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed this, and go play it for yourself and see how you like it, and let me know how you like it. And it's pretty scary. I will say there's been a few times where I've jumped back. Well, as you saw, I screamed in this video and got scared the second time. But anyway, it's scary. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.